Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to open the meeting for October 24th for the regular meeting of council. I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:31 p.m. There we go. Could I have a mover, please? Deputy Mayor Dornbos, seconder. Councillor Feeble-Corn, all in favor? Carried. May I call on to read the land acknowledgement? Apologies, I forgot to. Thank you, Councilor Mareki.
I would like to acknowledge that the rural municipality of St. Andrews is located on Treaty 1 territory, the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji, Cree, Dakota, and Dene people, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. We respect the spirit and intent of treaties and treaty First Nations, Inuit, Métis people in the spirit of truth, reconciliation, and collaboration.
Thank you, Councilor Mareki. Now, prior to agenda item number 3, adoption of the agenda, I discussed this with Lisa. I have an announcement to make. And I would like to congratulate you all, especially the majority of newly elected officials on council. Today, if you don't realize, is 1 day short of a year since you've been officially elected on the RM Council. In this year, we've all been part of many great changes, since to name a few: hiring of a highly respected CAO, Brent Hellenic, who is putting together a great management team. This leads to work being done that will be fair to all residents. I recognize not just Brent, but all of you walked into some unfortunate situations that will be corrected. Some taking more time than others, but I'm confident it will be done with this in this term. Council should be proud of the cleaning out of Parks Creek Drain for 3.2 kilometers and the replacement of culverts, etc. This has taken approximately 45 years, but it has been done by the province and Oakhammock personnel. This will help countless farmers and residents in drainage. Removal of the unnecessary culvert on Prout Road after receiving the signed petition from 21 area residents. It showed council is listening when they came forward as a delegation. To this day, I'm still receiving thank yous. Prompt return of phone calls and emails by yourselves is most appreciated by residents. Open council meetings and the use of in-camera meetings only being held in accordance with the Municipal Act. Transparency and communication is the key to success, and it's impressive to see, and it's so great that we're all on the same page. I'm just so happy we can look forward to much needed progress in our municipality, which will benefit all residents. Thank you to the residents. You made the right choice as to who represents your best interests. I look forward to the next 3 years. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, item 3, adoption of the agenda. Be it resolved, the council adopt the agenda as amended with the addition of the following items. In camera item 13.1, Red River planning update. Is there any further amendments, comments? Okay, so then be it resolved, council adopt the agenda as amended with the addition of the following item, Red River planning update. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Hunt. Seconder, Councillor Mondor. All in favor? Carried. Item 4, adoption of the minutes. Be it resolved, the council received the October 16th, 2023 committee of the whole meetings as presented. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Schleicher, seconder. Councillor Feeble-Corn. Any errors, omissions, or amendments? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor? Carried. Be it resolved, the council adopt the October 10th, 2023 council meeting minutes as presented. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Schleicher, seconder. Councillor Mareki. Any additions, errors, or amendments? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor? Carried. Next item we have is reception of delegation. Mr. Ken Wilk, Shelley Beach Self Cottagers Road Easement. Mr. Wilk, would you like to give your presentation, please?
Actually, most of my presentation is in the briefing notes that Lisa has provided me. I can summarize it quickly if you'd like. I just came as a resource to answer questions.
Okay,
So you want me to sort of give you the,
if you could just give us the short version, I know we've all read it.
Yeah, okay. So basically, there's been this makeshift road in existence on Chalet Beach Road for the past 20 or 30 years. It's never been formally recognized in terms of easements or in terms of rights of way across private landholders' property. There are approximately 7 different stakeholders in this road. The Crown owns a major part of it. Some freehold landowners own some, and the RM owns some of the land that this road crosses. So we've been approached by the province, Sheldon Kowalchuk Crown Lands Management Branch, to get proper easements and rights of way across the road, with the intent of getting a shared road cost sharing agreement in place with everybody that uses the road. Because you are the RM and you have first right of everything, other than the First Nations having first right of anything in a treaty land settlement, before we can proceed with getting all of the agreements and easements in place, we need a yay or nay from the RM as to whether or not they want any involvement with any portion of the road. And then because a portion of the road crosses RM property, maybe about 300 feet, we need to get an easement from the RM to cross that property, that road.
Okay,
I have a map that I could share with you. I don't know if we could put it in your
we
package.
have a map that shows like private -417 Shelley Beach and then the private 399.
Yeah. That's the map that shows the different stakeholders in the road per se, and there's that little chunk sort of off in the corner. That's
Lisa,
the,
do you know, or perhaps Mr. Wolf, where is this map, where is this in relation to where that, when you go into Chalet Beach, there's that like a parking lot? And then cottages show, is that the portion of Chalet Beach we're talking about?
It's directly south from there.
you go down at the parking lot, you hang a right, and there's a sign there that says private road, and you go down to where there's a Y. Well, the first 500 or 1,000 feet of that private road is Crown land. Then it crosses another freehold landowner, Andy Myers, who I believe has been in conversation with you to get a building permit to put a barn dominium up there. And then at the big lodge, there's a big lodge there, 399 Chalet Beach Road, that it veers off to the right. And the road goes into the big lodge, and then that little road trails across the marsh and then goes back into the 6 different permitted landholders back on the Crown land back in the corner there.
Okay, now I know exactly what you're saying.
Is the parking lot is the top, like right at the top there, I believe, is that correct?
Well, the parking lot is just right at the top
Yeah,
corner.
right at the top of the yellow line. Yeah, that's the little gray circle. That's the parking lot. Okay.
And the reason for this is this has been an ad hoc road that's been in existence for I don't know how long. I just purchased there 3 years ago. But yes, Councillor Hunt.
I see your hand up.
Okay.
We'll let Mr. Wolf
I'm gonna let him
finish.
know when the road was built.
He would know more than I was, because when I bought, no one brought this. I bought 3 or 4 years ago, and everybody seems to have bought cabins in there, but nobody sort of realized what's going on with this road. So I took it upon myself to try and get to the bottom of it with the help of the Crown people, because there's been issues arise over the years, and I'm sure Councillor Hunt has heard from a few private landowners about it.
So when was this,
06. So 06 when they did a whole bunch of diking around Lake Winnipeg and around Petersfield area. Was brought to the attention by the mayors of Armagimli, Winnipeg Beach, and the east side that the lake was high going into a fall season. So they decided to do a bunch of diking, and this was part of that to keep the water from coming in from the back. Peter Dunlop, which owned 399 Chalet Beach Road, he paid for that dike to be built. So that's how that got built. He paid for the dike, and the road dike became the road. Because you used to access all those cabins from around the lake shore. used to access all those cabins from around the lake and in front of Peter Dunlop's house. So there was, those were, like permitted kind of seasonal spots for all those 5 cabins towards the end, or 6, whatever, how many, there's 2 at the very end, isn't there as well?
Well, past those 6, then it becomes St. Peter's Fishing Station, which is owned by Peguis. And it goes for about a half a mile, and then there's another 4 or 5 titled cabin holders down at the far end that access down there too, but we haven't been able to get them in the mix.
It was never designed to be a road, it was designed as a dike to protect the water from the south. And Peter Dunlop was the one that organized it or orchestrated it with the province to protect from people coming in front of his cabin or his house. Because that's the only way. There was years and years, 20 years ago, there was lots of land there, but as the lake starts to disappear from high water, there was no more road in front of 399 Chalet Beach.
So what we're trying to do is get permits and get a shared road, form a cottage owners association and take care of maintenance and upkeep on the road and get proper liability in place. But before the Crown is willing to consider granting us permits, they want to know where the RM stands. The private landowners are on side with getting easements, but until the RM says their interest, because the province thought you might want to take a portion of the road over to the 399 Chalet Beach Road, because those are very expensive cabins and the tax base would go up quite a bit with those.
Okay, so then that's from the parking lot?
Yes.
On that private road up to 399?
Yes.
You're saying. Councillor Slaker?
Maybe Council Hunt can answer this. If that's a dike, and I get that people drive on them, yeah. But if we turn that dike into a permanent road, have we undone the purpose of what the dike was put in the first place for?
No, because you're not gonna lower it at all. It's now 399 Chalet Beach Road has just changed hands, and so I don't know who the new owner of that one is, but
I can tell you. It's been bought by a private, a numbered corporation owned by a chiropractor and a dentist. They're a young family. They might want to repurpose it as some kind of wellness center, like Tara Johnson had some sort of psychology retreat out there for people. So it's always been a question of it's a big facility. I know that R17 does Airbnb rentals to ice fishermen, and he's planning on using that as a retirement residence and sort of a tourist attraction. And 399 could go either way. Right now, it's just 2 young couples that just saw a huge opportunity out there. Professional couples.
Okay, so Lucy, you're good with this? I don't see anything with this.
Well, I think that there needs to be a better investigation from the municipal standpoint of it. And report back to
Just a
council.
delegation.
Okay. Okay, so, Lisa's just said the RM is going to look more into this, because what you say makes sense, and I'm reading the, Sheldon Kowalczyk, Lands Planning Branch,
Yes.
what he requires, so I guess Lisa or Braden or Connor will be in touch. So you'll be in touch with Mr. Will?
I will report back to council first with some of our findings.
We're also in the process of approaching Peguis to try and get them involved, because they have title to that St. Peter's Fishing Station. Like, there's a tremendous resource there for bird watchers and tourists and economic development, that if it's just handled properly, it's a gem, it's a jewel.
Oh, it's a gorgeous area. Yes, completely agree. Well, thank you so much for your presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay, council reports, does anybody have any questions? Item 7, bylaws and policies. Bylaw number 4387 to establish maximum speed limits, third reading. They resolved that bylaw number 4387 being a bylaw to establish maximum speed limit for municipality to give a third reading as amended or as presented. Could I have a mover, please? Slide 3 seconder. Deputy Mayor Dornbos. Wait, there were amendments proposed last evening. Counselor, Hunt?
On Aviation Boulevard there, which is a highways road. What was the reason for putting it down to 30 kilometers? From um,
50,
pardon me,
50, it says.
Yeah.
no, it says 30 here, like air,
50 to 30, yeah.
from
I would
Parkdale Road to Cessna Way, right, it's right, that's right to right to 230.
Yeah, I would say that that's in there.
Okay,
That goes by Turk, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That should be.
okay, because it says speed 50, proposed speed 30, and there's a bunch all around the airport down to 30.
But that was asked for last time. The airport board was asked for that.
But that was, we had talked about internal, not external of the airport grounds itself. So anything internal of the airport coming into, public works, that area there, that road towards, helicopter pads and stuff like that, that would be 30. Anything going in towards the hangars would be 30. But you're right, Councilor Hunt, that one road is a main thoroughfare to get in and out, so.
And it's also a provincial highway, so.
Yeah.
So that stays at 50?
I'm okay with staying, I think I stayed 50.
Okay.
That change.
Counselor,
Just another amendment to the Clandeboye Road. After we, I saw that it was 90 and something just didn't sit right. When I went back there, the signs are already posted at 50 from Maple Drive where the new chip seal asphalt starts to the tracks is already posted as 50. So
okay, you're on here, it's Clandeboye Road, 1, 2, 3, 4, which Clandeboye Road?
So we initially were talking about Medicine Creek to the railway tracks. There's already 2 different sets of signage already posted on Clandeboye Road. So I believe it's about 70 from Medicine to where the development starts at Maple Drive, and then it's 50 from there to the tracks.
Cause on here it says Clandeboye Road 05, from Medicine Creek to the railway tracks. Was 90 and now it's down to 70. It's being changed to 70.
So it's
That's
actually
good.
50. It should be 50.
There's a 50 signs up on it.
Yeah.
already,
Oh,
The 50 signs already posted there, and I believe there's already 70 signs
Further down,
further down.
and was that what you were?
And that's what I'd like to keep as it is posted, but here it said 90, which I knew was not correct.
so
So,
and it shouldn't be amended to 70 in blue. It's in a bigger letter in blue.
so there should be, there should be broken into another section,
Line.
another line.
Schindler subdivision, the railway tracks.
Yes. So the subdivision to the railway tracks should be 50 as posted.
Are you getting it?
Yeah, I just want, just for clarification, when you're looking at this chart, the ones that are in blue in the larger bold blue letters, those are ones that were amended at the last meeting.
Correct.
The red ones are what was still proposed. So, but I did get that, Mayor.
So you're gonna add in another line?
I'm probably going to change the wording on it because these lines are on our asset management. This is public works roads, so I'm not changing roads. I may put in a kind of a sub road in there outlining the 50 from the tracks to the
To the end of the development there, yeah. It's like Maple Drive to East Maple Drive.
Okay,
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let council know as well, just for your information that, you know, changing the signs and the speeds is fine, but there is a cost to it as well. So the current blue ones that have been changed has been 25 signs. The cost of each sign is approximately over 150 some dollars per sign. So we're looking at a total cost of around just under $3,600. So, you know, that once you make these changes, there are actions that need to follow.
Just so you're aware, though, the signage is already up on Planaway Road and it's correct,
On that
as
one.
it should be, but it just has to be amended.
Okay.
Any further changes or amendments on the bylaw? Councilor Martin, you had a bunch of stuff by driving around. Do you have any, are your changes all?
They're good.
Liquor?
Well, yeah, I guess I'm like Council people on it, so that. On Lockport Road. I see where we got. I thank everybody for the changes that I was looking for on my section, so. The rest of Lockport Road's going from 50 to 60, that's like on the other side of Woman Hill.
Yeah.
Which is Mr. Murray. Yeah, that's fine, thank you, I just wanna make sure.
Any further comments? Deputy Mayor Dornbach?
I just want to make sure that Aviation Boulevard 1 and 2 change back to 50, so there should be actually no change whatsoever. We take those two 30-kilometer-hour out, not just the one proposable. So that's one thoroughfare from Cessna Way to 230 and Parkville to Cessna Way.
So you're at road 21 and 22?
Yeah, so take out the 30 kilometers an hour and just leave it the way it was.
Any further amendments or changes? Okay, so then this is always a recorded vote as well, it's third reading. So then be it resolved that bylaw 437 being a bylaw to establish maximum speed limit in the municipality be given third reading as amended. We had a mover and a seconder, all in favor? Carried.
Just for clarification, that includes all the ones in red. Council's accepting the ones in red.
Right?
I'm good.
Everybody's good? I'm sorry, you were, it's okay, thank you. Item 8.1, be it resolved, the council approved the October 2023 checking sale report as presented. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved.
Counselor Feeblecoin, seconder. Counselor Slaker, any comments? Counselor Slaker?
We sent in a total of 4 check questions and we got the answers back today, so thank you administration for that.
I just have one question. The last check to Workmen's Compensation Board, $7,328.98. Is this a new check from the last one?
Yeah, it's a quarterly installment.
Because the last check
Would have
we
been,
pulled, because it showed payment for mayor and council.
Yes, and Tim can answer that.
yeah, so the workers' compensation is the bill is based on our gross payroll for the year. So at the beginning of the year, we give workers' comp our gross payroll, and then they give us an estimated cost, and that's what we're seeing here. And that cost is shared throughout the whole organization.
Because it showed, and I mean, I could be wrong, but it showed the amounts for mayor and council members who work on the comp.
It's shared amongst the whole organization, yeah.
The issue is elected officials are not employees. We should not be paying that amount. I've only had time to check with one other RM. They do not. Mayor and council are exempt from paying workman's comp because they are not employees. So we should not be, they owe us thousands of dollars. Like, for how long has this been being paid?
Well, it's as I mentioned, it's based on the gross payroll for the whole organization. So it's that calculation's been in place for a long time, but it is based on the gross payroll. So
Yeah, but elected officials are not employees.
So the way I
Brett had
understand,
a very good point. In
Uh,
my instance, okay, my heart attack was caused by issues from the job. So what is, workman's comp gonna pay us? Do I file that I want paid for all the events that I missed because of an action that happened because of my employment? And all, this opens up a whole can of worms. I'm also thinking, if this is, if you wish, because our group, we were looking into this, and I will bring this forward to them. I'll copy you on letters, because now, when I filed the human rights complaint, it was dismissed because there's a gray area and elected officials are not considered employees. And we're working on that, because that's federal legislation we're looking at. But if other RMs are not paying it, why are we?
I'll look into it, but it's been in place the same way for many years. And other organizations that I did work in, you either have workers' comp for everybody or you don't have it at all. They're very specific about that, so I'll check into it.
But legislation, no, that's okay, I'll be checking into it, because it's clear by, human rights, it's clear legislation that they're saying, because my case was dismissed as a gray area, elected officials are not employees. And then we have, I believe it was Rockwood, that had a bylaw passed naming mayor and council as employees. We'll be looking into this. I mean, we have to pay it now, but this is not right. But I'll go back to human rights as well to reopen my file then. If workman's comp is gonna stick with 4 employees, but it's thousands of dollars. But anyway, okay, thank you. I'll keep admin advised. Sorry, so then be it resolved, council approve the October 2023 detailed report is presented. Any further comments? All in favor? Carried. Next item, correspondence for action. Our meeting November 2nd, 2023 in the Arm of Taché. Be it resolved that be authorized to attend the Arm meeting held November 2nd in the Arm of Taché. Who would like to be attending? Deputy Mayor Dornbos, Councillor Hunt. I said by email I was able, but now I'm not able to. Could I have a mover, please?
Councilor Markey?
Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Feeblecoin, seconder. Councillor Slaker, all in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that Councillor Slaker also be to have attended the John Q information session, which was held October 18th, 2023 in Winnipeg. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Mondor, seconder. Councillor Hunt, all in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the Council of the Arm of St. Andrews retain its membership status with the Selkirk Biz for 2023 at an annual cost of $300. And further that the council discuss future membership renewal during the 2024 budget review. Could I have a mover, please? I apologize. Deputy Mayor Dornbos, seconder, Councillor Slaker. Any comments?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
I would. I've been doing a little bit of research into Selkirk Base. I attended their dinner they had last week. As a taxpayer, I had a good friend that was nominated. I think we've gone this long without putting our $300 in. I'd like to see us just coast on that. I've been informed that the airport has a membership with Selkirk Base. But there's some stuff that Selkirk Base is, some people say they're revamping, some people say what we got is what we got. But I think we need a little bit more before we spend our taxpayers' money here. And that could be further discussion in 2024. Because don't forget, folks, we also upped the money to Northern Red River Tourism thing there, and they at least have been doing stuff for soccer, or for St. Andrews. I've been watching them a lot this summer. My thought would be just to clean out the year, keep the $300. And we'll talk about it again at next budget.
Counselor, Hunt?
I think it's a good organization. That's where the chamber dollars come from when we buy gifts for our employees at Christmas time. That's what we give them is chamber dollars. It's like a credit card for all businesses that belong to it in Selkirk and the surrounding areas. And for $300, it keeps our memberships upstanding. And if we don't want it, it's in the budget for this year, and we can talk about it next year for budget then. So I'm in favor of it.
Counselor Slaker?
It's my understanding that there aren't very many businesses that are part of it anymore.
No, you're correct.
And I do plan to put a different plan forward in regards to what's on our agenda for the staff.
Counselor People.
When it comes to the renewal for next year, do we get a list of what our membership covers and what's?
My understanding, I know there, a lot of Counselor Zuck is right, a lot of business people are not with them, they haven't done anything for 2-3 years. I also just heard we gave $500 sponsorship for the Catfish Den. It was canceled without notification, and now apparently it's canceled again until 2025.
Yeah.
And we gave $500 and we didn't, there's no refund of money. We don't know. They haven't had an AGM for a number of years. It's ongoing. Deputy Mayor Darvas?
I would be okay with the $300 for the rest, for that thing for the rest of the year. It's, when I was at that dinner, there were certainly a lot of people there. St. Clemens was there, Selkirk was there. It's visibility for a very inexpensive cost. And we can look at it again in 2024.
Any further comments? I would think a whole year's gone by. There's really been nothing. They didn't even announce they have a new executive director. There hasn't been any AGM. There, I believe you're on the committee listings for Selkirk Biz. Have you ever received notification of a meeting this year?
I'd have to double check their.
I mean, we still get the biz bucks, we can still support them, we don't have to pay them. And then relook at this for next year, because I've heard through the grapevine that they're planning an AGM, usually they have it just before Christmas. I don't know. Any other comments?
Yeah, I just have one comment. I know that there's a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but I know there's some business people who are also residents of St. Andrews. For example, the people who own the was it the hockey Steelers? They're St. Andrews residents, or one of the owners is a St. Andrews resident, so it might be something we might want to consider.
So they belong to Selkirk Biz,
Yeah, they belong to Selkirk Biz.
so they're already paying a membership.
Yeah. So, you know,
See, and that's the thing, we pay membership, they're actually double paying because we're using their same tax dollars.
Yeah.
I would support waiting to see the year's gone, nothing's happened, I would support that we have this during business budget discussions for next year. But we'll call the vote. Counselor Hunt?
Well, it's, when you say double dipping, everyone puts a membership and that's what keeps the organization going. And there was an announcement in the paper of the new executive director, in a couple of papers ago. And like I say, it's $300 for the visibility that we support our residents who are also members of it. So ridiculous when you argue over $300.
Any further comments? Okay. Okay, we've got Deputy Mayor Dornbos, Councillor Spiker, all in favor? Opposed? So it's defeated. We'll put this forward for the budget discussions. And we still support them with Selkirk, but like the big bucks, we can, like, I mean, who checks into this catfish den? That we paid $500 for, and it hasn't happened.
We will.
Okay, thank you. Item 9.4, Red River Basin South Chapter Holiday Fundraiser Gala. Be it resolved that be authorized to attend the Red River Basin Commission South Chapter Holiday Fundraiser being held November 16th in Morris. Could I have a mover, please? Counselor Slaker, seconder. Seconder, Counselor Hunt. Who would like to attend? Counselor Hunt. Will be attending with Monica or on your,
By myself.
anybody else wish to attend? That's what, right after the election, we went to more.
You were
for
last
that.
year,
Yeah,
No, that's okay. I'm okay this year.
Yeah.
okay, so then Counselor Hunt will be attending. We've got a mover seconder, all in favor? Carried. Pop-up gallery sponsorship. Be it resolved, the council for sponsorship in the amount of $1,500 for the pop-up gallery display for Cloverdale Forge Hook being held during the annual Holiday Alley event being held in Selkirk, November 17th to 19th. Pardon me. Could I have a mover, please? Counselor Slaker, seconder. Deputy Mayor Dornbos, comments? Bird, Counselor Slaker,
I would definitely say no.
any further comments? And Counselor Pivocorn?
Is just, can I get a little bit more background on what the 1,500 is for exactly? Like,
Well, this email came, short notice, number one. It's about a pop-up gallery to put. That's gonna be put in the historic house that is vacant that weekend. Well, I've since, I emailed back. The house is, the Shirley Muir who started Holiday Alley. It's her house. Because it was in the paper that it was up for sale. And so they're putting up this pop-up display. As I said, in responded, they want us to sponsor Cloverdale Fall, the hook display for $1,500. They're apparently not having anything for sale. They just want to promote this. They wanted to reply in exchange, senators would get their logo on the Holiday Alley marketing tools. In the past, they've asked us for sponsorship for Holiday Alley. I do know pop-up galleries, my background is in this range from $25 to $100. And I don't know why they're not holding this. Gordon Howard, or I know they have their market or have it where the people are there. It is also quite a huge expense.
Can we donate a lesser amount? And then to see what the cost like,
See, she wasn't clear. I don't know if she wants, because it's a St. Andrews resident, that we pay, I don't even know what it's paying for. It's her house. So they want to sponsor the display. Counselor Slaker?
It's my understanding that this Cloverdale Hook thing is a business, it's been a business for a while. Read the article.
Yes, I'm under sales.
We as a council, I was told a while ago, we don't sponsor anything that is profit driven, which this would be a business of. We have declined requests for sporting events of people in our area to do different things. We've also discussed that we need to maybe look at budget time to have a little pot somewhere to do stuff like this, but I do not feel that we have any right to use taxpayers' money for a business being in a house. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm like, as a taxpayer, no.
But if they're not selling anything, like I say, I think we need more information on this, bring it back to the November council meeting.
It's too late. They wanted it, they sent it late. It came very short notice. They gave us 7 to 10 days to respond. I mean, if they want, next year, if they're gonna sponsor something like this, I mean, and if it's in someone's private house, the business, it's basically because they're saying in the business, setting up in a private homeowner's house. I don't know if there's rent being charged in the house. I don't. But normally we get a request to sponsor Holiday Alley, of which this is part of. So, not sure, I don't.
So, sorry, Mayor, so the way I'm looking at this, so they want to sponsor the Clover Forge book display for $1,500, and then in exchange, and the second paragraph, before it ends here, St. Andrews gets his logo on the Holiday Alley marketing tools. I'm assuming that's over the Christmas rush. So now I'm thinking, well, is $1,500 going to give us marketing throughout November and December? It's not clear.
It would be for during their 3-day event.
That's it.
And I did see actual Holiday Alley date is November 17th.
Okay.
And I think, and then Selkirk Days, apparently they tell me we'll kick over for the Black Friday the week after. And then somebody else told me the parade is being scheduled for the beginning of December. So you've got all of these things coming, we know that. Yeah, that is just for those 3 days.
Any further comments?
Why don't we just accept this for information and like we do on some other requests too? A lot of requests we get, we don't vote on, we just accept it for as information.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Welfare info. Councilor Slacker,
I don't understand why would,
we're just filing for info. Okay, next item, item 10, corresponding for information. That's St. Andrews Airport minutes, the Manitoba Good Roads, Red River North Tourism newsletter, the Rogers Cell Tower proposal. That one for council's attention. I've not had the opportunity to talk to Mayor Rick Gamble, but they were not involved. Now they sent a letter of concern. But we don't have any involvement at this point. In here, I see they're just gonna be opening up again the public communication. So residents can send in their yays and nays. We don't really have involvement with this until we hear from Red River Planning, so this is why it's filed for. Is there any questions on any of the other items filed? Okay, old unfinished business, sorry. 11.1, 4 Road Crossing Way, Red River PD board decision. I just wanted to, I asked people on the agenda to advise council, this is on Lockport Road, the shooting. The training shooting and what else came up was about the ATV course. The board unanimously held up the cease and desist order for this property, so I'm sure bylaw will be going down. That was for board's information. 11.2 baseball diamond refurbishment award tender. Okay, attached is the tender recommendation. Anybody have any questions on that? The tender went out on Merck's. Counselor Hunt?
The parking lot, how come they wouldn't tender together? What's the reason for that? Or is it?
I have no idea. This is in Teresa's report.
Well, I can answer that. Because they're two separate jobs. We're looking for expertise in parking lot, right?
Okay.
You know, whether it's asphalt, gravel, or the base, and then, you know, the baseball expertise for doing is more landscaping jobs. So we wanted to get out the landscaping part of it as soon as possible to see if we could get some things done this year, and parking lot tender will be going out this week. And just so council knows, we open the tender in this room. And my idea moving forward is that we'll be, we're working towards announcing that we're opening the tender, so it's published when the tender will be open, but sending messages out and announcing on our website. The tender is, tomorrow at 2 o'clock in this room, and to have it on Zoom. So people, you don't have the what's going on in the background, how come I never knew about it? It's open, it's transparent. You can watch it on Zoom, you can come down, we'll have 2 people in the room, and it won't be the CAO. Or be the department head and most likely Lisa, or someone she designates, and they are here, they open, they read them out. That's the goal.
Absolutely wonderful, thank you. So, be it resolved that the Arm of St. Andrews award the contract to supply materials, equipment, and labor necessary to refurbish the baseball diamond at the St. Andrews Airport to B&B Landscaping and Cartage Inc. at a bid of $180,320. The lowest tender bid received. And further that an additional tender process will be held for the parking lot portion of the project. Could I have a mover, please? Deputy Mayor Dornbos, seconder. Councilor Mondor. Any comments? Councilor Slaker, bringing this forward on this? Oh, sorry. Okay, any further comments? All in favor? Carried. Next item is the, be it resolved, the Arm of St. Andrews provide the St. Andrews Airport Inc. Board with $113,750 from the Municipal Airport Capital Reserve account to be used towards the baseball diamond refurbishment project on airport lands. And further that said contribution will be used as 25% of the overall project cost of $455,000, with additional funds of 25% coming from the Recreation Reserve Fund, brackets resolution number 2023-277, and 50% of the funds coming from the Building Sustainable Communities Grant. Could I have a mover, please? Councilor Slaker, seconder. Councilor Mareki, comments. Councilor Slaker.
Okay, so when I read over the attachments there in the second paragraph, it says entered into a long-term agreement with the RM for the commitment of said ball diamond and additional land to this purpose, with the understanding the land may be reverted back to the airport should the said land be necessary for purposes as certified airport. This is almost $500,000 everybody's putting into this. I would like to see a time frame of at least 8 to 10 years attached to that, so the airport can't pull it from underneath of it. That's not fair to the taxpayers on any level.
Councilor Munder.
I'm a little bit concerned as well. I would like maybe something put in there, that if they do have a proposal, that it comes before council before, they sell the property or what have you to someone else. So we can make the decision. We own the airport. We should have a decision without, work together with the airport board.
Councilor Hunt.
Well, one thing it says may be reverted back, and they don't sell land. The land is all done by a lease agreement, so. Something like that would have to be years in the making to use that land for a certified airport, which is more important than the baseball diamonds, because they could be moved, the airport can't. But it says may be reverted back to them. Like I say, that would be negotiations through whatever kind of a tenant that they had in mind for that area. And also there's a parking lot going there, so which is beneficial to the airport.
But as you said, it would be leased. They could lease it. Well, then they would still lease and be put on the baseball diamonds after we put so much money into it. Councilor Slaker?
I understand. I think I understand. I've been snooping around in it for a bit. I understand what Councilor Hunt is saying. I understand what Deputy Mayor Dornbach is saying it's all about the parking lot and the airport will be sharing that parking lot with us. I still. We all, when we got voted in, became aware that we needed to make a stronger partnership with the airport board and work together on stuff and make sure that we all are covering each other and looking after each other fully in the spirit of what the RM should be. So I still think they're just to give the taxpayers some truth that we are still doing that, and we have great people on the airport board. I think that we would not be doing our due diligence if we didn't add some kind of time frame to that. With then the step over of, should some miraculous thing come along, then it's like what Councilor Mondor says. The airport and the council get together and we hatch it out. In a team environment of everyone working together.
Deputy Mayor Dornbach.
Well, I know we had chatted about this earlier. I would be extremely surprised if the airport came back and said, hey, we want all that land back. That side of the airport really isn't the development side. From what I know, they want to start developing the other side closer to Markville Road. That's where all the hangars are going up. I understand, due diligence would be to say, hey, let's go back to the airport board and say, we want 10, 15 years of certainty for something like this. I don't know, Councilor Marecki, we're on the board. I guess we could go back and say, listen, guys, can we put this caveat in here and just say, give us something that we can go back to council with and say that this is gonna be a certainty. Personally, I don't think it'll ever happen, but that's, to do something for everybody else would be important too, right? So.
Perhaps we could just, put something in there. I'm not sure how it would be worded, but, in the event that they really need the land back, we can negotiate something. Rather than the, set number of years.
Yeah, with an agreement.
Yeah,
between the
an
two.
agreement, negotiate something, where there's compensation involved.
I think excellent idea, but right now, basically the St. Andrews, this resolution on here is not a council resolution, it's a St. Andrews Airport resolution, board resolution. The resolution we're dealing with right now is about the funding for the airport. This resolution doesn't have it. This is basically filed for information here. This is breaking up the funding of. So if you want to add a clause, but I think in fairness, the board members of the board should be discussing with the airport. And there's no rush, so we can table this to the next meeting. Here,
Well, I'd like to move ahead with this resolution and we can work it into an MOU. Because we'll be doing an MOU with the airport board. And I think we have our two counselors that are on the board. And I spent the morning at the airport with the chair on Friday in a really good meeting and a spirit of cooperation. And I don't think we would have a problem putting something into an MOU.
Okay, that's fair.
And that way we can keep moving forward with, we've got a tender going out and.
I don't want to stall this,
Yeah.
just based on that, I think. it's-
But I think it's a really good point and, that we should have that addressed somewhere in writing.
that's what I agree.
Yeah, so if you can leave it with me, I'll work into the MOU and I'll let our two counselors that are on the board bring it to the airport.
Okay, perfect. So now we're just voting on the funding. Okay, so Councillor Slaker was the mover, Councillor Murphy seconded. Any further comments? All in favor? Opposed? And that's carried. Okay, under new business, leave of absence. Whereas bylaw 4379, section 324H states a member of council must obtain a leave of absence should they be absent for 3 consecutive regular meetings of council. And whereas Mayor Sewell has requested a medical leave from November 5th to December 1st. Therefore, be it resolved that Mayor Sewell be granted a leave of absence from November 5th to December 1st. Could I have a mover, please? Deputy Mayor Dornbos, seconder, Councillor Slaker. Any comments?
Are you going to be okay? Is that a-
Oh,
question
just
to
to your
ask, or-
council. Yes, there's privacy, all that, but I
Yeah.
mean, represents, I'm having to have more surgery. It's all caused by adrenaline, the stress I've been under for a number of years, and this caused of all my health issues currently. So Brent suggested that I do the 3 meetings of council. The letter I got said it will, in the meeting I had today will be 5 to 7 days. But it's a long surgery in the complex, so there's a good chance I'll end up like I did the last time. For over 2 weeks in the hospital.
No text from you.
It's hard to keep me down, so if I'm feeling better, I will be here. Within the 3 years, within the 3 meetings, but if not, it's a precaution. So thank you all.
It's actually, two meetings, because we're not having one on November 28th.
Yes, I'll be missing, oh yes, and you know what, I'm chair of the board of revision. But we'll be in contact, I'll have my husband contact you, because I'll be in drugs. That was not good last. Okay, all in favor? Gary, thank you.
They just changed.
Whereas the board of revision for the 2024 assessment roll and supplementary taxes is scheduled to December 1st. November? Oh, it's been amended to December 1st at 10 a.m. in the Arm of St. Andrews Council Chambers. And whereas the existing appointed secretary is not able to attend the board of revision in that role. Therefore, be it resolved that Pam Harding be removed from the position of secretary. And further that Lisa McLean be appointed as secretary to the board of revision. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Feeble-Corin, seconder. Okay, a bunch had a hand up. With Council Mondor. All in favor? Carried. Council indemnities postings. Be resolved the council authorized administration to post council indemnities reports on the RM website. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Slaker, seconder. Councillor Feeble-Corin. Any comments? I could just add, thank you for bringing this forward. This is the way it's been in the past, open and transparent. Councillor Slaker?
We had talked about at the last meeting, if we could get the whole from November to now, would that be something? to vote and get it all on there?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, administration.
Okay, all in favor? Carried. Holiday season office hours. Be resolved that the municipal office will remain open throughout the holiday season, other than the regular statutory holidays of December 25th, 26th, and January 1st, 2024. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Mondor, seconded, Councillor Slaker. Comments? Just for clarification, so we're not gonna close the whole week, it's only the. Okay, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Staff Christmas appreciation. Be resolved that each RM of St. Andrews current working staff member receive $100 Selkirk BizBox gift card in their December 14th, 2023 payroll as a Christmas appreciation gift. Could I have a mover, please? Deputy Mayor Dornbos, seconder. Councillor Hunt, any comments? Councillor Slaker.
Okay, I've been kicking this around for a while. St. Andrews, from what I can understand, business wise to Selkirk Space, Harry Foods is the only one I can find on the list that actually supports out of St. Andrews for a business that's of value to this. I'd like to propose that we buy Boy store, Petersfield store, and some Harry's food stores. And we utilize this money in our own municipality. I realize that some of our staff don't live in Winnipeg or whatever. I've talked to a few of them. They still come through past the Clandeboye store or past Harry's or whatever. The two stores, you can also buy fuel. Clandeboye and Petersfield. And I just really heartfully think, I thought about this last year, but we were a little too new and I wasn't all that bright yet. Don't, that's okay. We need to support our RM, and we have businesses here that we can support. And until Selkirk Biz, they're, you know, they're regrouping, they're redoing their thing, they've got some stuff to go. My question would be, why would we not support?
Question, does anyone in admin know? Does Selkirk, does Harry's Foods, Clandeboye store, do they accept BizFlex?
Only Harry's Food. Cause that's the only one that's part of Selkirk Biz, out of this group.
Councilman?
So that's the purpose of the $300 membership, is for these stores to gain recognition that these chamber dollars can be used there. It's for Canadian Tire, Walmart, you know, it's for a store that most people would go to. And I think that we've been using them for years, and you know, but that's where your $300 gets you. It's a pretty cheap investment to get your name on the internet and to be able to get some of that money back through the chamber dollars. I forget what the amount is they sell. I think it's over $100,000 a year they sell in chamber dollars. So I'd want to be part of that money coming back to my business if I was in business.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I just, I know that there's gonna be other businesses that would be like, well, why aren't I included in part of? So that's where I'm just like, I like the local business part of it, but how do you differentiate between businesses of who's gonna be involved in that?
I thought about that. So this year, because it's the first time I'm doing something new and coming away from the Selkirk Biz and keeping it in the RM. Then next year, we could offer it out on a, you know, if we had a communications person that was doing public output, then we could, you know, be saying, hey, is your business part of, there's a few other businesses I was thinking of too, that are in St. Andrews that could probably submit us your name. Maybe we can make our own St. Andrews box thing. It's not.
The RM's not the word for governance and policy running an RM, not running a business.
But it's just to Selkirk Biz, so in contradict, I'm not understanding Councilor Hunt what you're saying. So we're gonna give Selkirk Biz, which uses the city of Selkirk's name, $300 to be a member. Then I'm gonna give them, I don't know, $1,000 per se in Selkirk Biz dollars that everyone can take and spend in the city of Selkirk, because the only normal mid to larger size business that's part of Selkirk Biz in the RM of St. Andrews is Harry's Foods. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Selkirk Biz is all about Selkirk. You got it in the name. I watched when I went to the dinner. Selkirk Biz had 3/4 of the poster. They commend St. Andrews. That was it's adorable there. I took pictures up against the other part. It was all Selkirk Biz. And that's the city of Selkirk. And the city of Selkirk makes a lot of money from our residents. I think when we all went to the tourism thing at the hotel, Mr. Nickel got up there and read out numbers of how much money Selkirk makes from all of us going in and out of it and shopping and doing whatever. It's led me to put some thought into, I'm not sure why we're always stepping up to the table to help out stuff going on in Selkirk. Our people are going to it. Selkirk's the one that's making the money from it. Any event that goes on in Selkirk, it's under Selkirk. But we have businesses in our own area that we could step up and promote as well.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor
So,
Dorncast.
I see what you're saying, and I understand that you want to support local business, but Selkirk gives you what people want to have. It's a large center. And if I'm looking for a screwdriver, I'm looking for a wrench, I'm looking for oil, I'm not gonna go to the corner store to grab it at the gas station. I'm gonna go to Selkirk and spend my money in there, so. To have the
Get that money.
well, that's okay, because they're fulfilling a need that I need. And if I'm not getting that need in a local area, such as Harry's Foods or whatever, I'm gonna go to a place that's gonna give me that need. And because, I'm assuming a lot of the employees, in the RM live either in the area or close to Selkirk, they're gonna use Selkirk itself. So personally, I don't have a problem with the Selkirk Biz Bucks. Maybe we need to look at something next year. Maybe we can get gift cards from the Clan store. Or some of the other local businesses as well, and split them up 25%, 25%, 50%, so people want, but I think, reinventing the wheel here is,
It's close to Christmas.
it's.
A lot of work for that. thing. But I agree with her idea. You know, and even if we did, $50 gift card from Clandeboye store this year, or next year, $50 from Clandeboye, $50 from Petersville. People are using, yeah, if it's for gas, or anything, Counselor Hunt.
You emphasize that these businesses should be part of that organization then to be able to reap those benefits. There's lots of businesses in Selkirk that are owned by St. Andrews residents. So we're supporting our residents who own businesses in Selkirk, like, Deputy Mayor Dornbos said, it's the convenience, and Selkirk is the larger center. And if it wasn't for them working as a partnership, we wouldn't have to go to Winnipeg then, if those businesses weren't in Selkirk.
Counselor Markey.
Yes, you know what I think, why don't we just give them the cash, no strings attached.
And then you have to tax it, I think, is how that
Taxable
goes.
benefit,
And it becomes a taxable thing on their paycheck. If I remember correctly.
Move forward with it.
Let's look at this for next year.
Whatever.
For this year,
I
let's
just,
do okay, so, moved by Deputy Mayor Dornbos, seconded by Counselor Hunt, all in favor? Opposed? It's carried. Item 12.6, Edith Avenue Provincial Speed Limit. Be it resolved that council directs administration to place a request to Manitoba Infrastructure Traffic Engineering Branch for the blank on the provincial portion of Edith Avenue from PTH 9 to Tom Prince Drive. May I have a mover, please? Counselor Hunt, seconder. Counselor Feeblecorn, Counselor Hunt, your comments?
What's the proposed speed limit? Is it 50?
It appears so, yeah. Edith Avenue 1, Janish Road, Tom Prince. It's gravel 50 kilometers, and then Edith Avenue, Tom Prince, PTH 9, 50 kilometers.
Well, Tom Prince to Janish Road is gravel. But that's an RM road, but PTH 9 to Tom Prince, that's a provincial road. But then Tom Prince to Janish, that's our road, and that's a gravel, that's the one that goes past the greenhouse.
Who has requested this? I don't know.
I'll just make a comment. Councillor Hunt had brought it up last meeting, and we said that we would bring it forward, so I brought it forward. I wasn't exactly sure what the request was from the province. So if you can see on the attachment there, there's a map. The provincial piece is 50. And so I wasn't quite sure what the concern was, but.
I forwarded you that email that I received, and it was from a lady that said she'd sent several emails to the office, no one had got back to her.
Okay, sorry, I missed that.
That's the email I had forwarded to you after that meeting.
Okay, I apologize. Okay.
So maybe we can wait and touch base with her and see what her,
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Table it.
if you can't find it, I'll forward it to you again.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so we'll just table this.
Yep.
Table. Next item is in camera. Motion that council move in camera at 6:40 p.m. to discuss matters that are in preliminary stages and respecting which discussion in public could prejudice the municipality's ability to carry out its activities or negotiation as well as legal and personnel issues. And be it further resolved that the members of council agree to keep in confidence a matter that is discussed at a meeting that is closed to the public under subsection 152(3), and that the committee decides to keep confidential until the matter is discussed at a meeting of the council or a committee conducted in public. Could I have a mover, please? Counselor Corn, seconder, Counselor Mondor. All in favor? Carried. Thank you, Werba. Motion to move out of in camera at 7:00 PM. Could I have a mover, please? Deputy Mayor Dornbos, seconder, Counselor Mondor. All in favor? Carried. Next, we have no resolutions from out of in camera. Adjournment. Be it resolved that the council meeting be adjourned at 7:00 PM. Could I have a mover, please? Counselor Sliker, seconder. Counselor Mondor, all in favor? Carried. Good night, everyone. Thank you.